Good morning and happy Sunday. So it's another Sunday Sunshine show, and today we are going to be talking about things that make us laugh or smile. And I've got so many things that I can tell you about that just make me happy. So let's jump straight into the video, and then I'm going to introduce you to the other three housewives. And if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm out running errands this morning. It's nothing fancy, so I thought I'd kill two birds with one stone. Right, so the first thing, and these items are in no particular order. So number one is sunny days. I do like a good sunny day. I just don't like hot days. So when I pull back the curtains in the morning, if the sun is shining, that puts an immediate smile on my face. Number two, it's my morning coffee. I know that's ridiculous, but I do actually go to bed sometimes thinking about my morning coffee. I know it's silly, but it's just the simple things in life that can make me smile. Number three, when my husband says, let's go out to eat, that will put me immediately in a good mood. Number four, when I open up my front door and I get a whiff of air freshener that I sprayed before I left the house, that puts me in such a good mood. I love my house smelling like a spa, not dogs. Number five, going through the drive-through and getting some sort of coffee, whether it's a pumpkin spice latte, which I think is in Starbucks now, or an iced coffee. Just love it. Always puts a smile on my face. I love the little treats now and then. Number six, planning a vacation. Sometimes that can be stressful. The last two times that I went to England, was it the last two? Yes, the last two times that I went to England, I took American friends with me, and so I planned the entire trip. They just left it up to me. They said, you decide where we go, you decide how many days we spend in a different place. I planned the entire vacation, so that was very stressful, but it was so much fun, and it did put a smile on my face at the same time. So let me introduce to you Maree from Maree Crocker. Tina from Tina's Talk Time. Karen, Geordie Grandma. Number seven, when my phone pings and I see an Instagram message and I know it's from the Transatlantic Housewives of YouTube. We have a group chat and we chat pretty much every single day, and that always makes me smile when I see a little message that I need to read. Number eight is my favorite female comedian, and that is Jo Brand. If you don't know who she is, you might be watching from a different country, look her up on YouTube. She's hysterical. She used to be a psychiatric nurse, and honestly, I crack up when I watch her. And that lead me to number eight, which is my favorite male comedian, and that would be Jack D. He honestly sets me off. He keeps such a straight face when he tells his stories. He's hysterical, and he also looks like my younger brother, who my younger brother is actually 10 years older than me, but yeah, they look like they could be brothers. Number 9 is listening to the birds sing in the morning. I usually stand in the kitchen, open up the kitchen window, and I've got trees now that are big enough that have actually got a bird nest in. I had one on the back patio for hummingbirds. They nested and they flew away, but now I've got a little nest of chicks that are on the side of the house by my kitchen window, so I love listening to birds sing in the morning. Number 10, and that would be going on a road trip with my husband, which It's been a few years. I can't remember. Was it last year? No, I think it was last year when we went to Palm Springs. But I love going on a road trip to somewhere that we haven't been before and getting out the map and reading, giving directions, having conversations, listening to our playlist, which always Soul to Soul is on our playlist because that was the music we listened to when we met each other. But I love going on long road trips that you're on the road and you watch the sun come up. So going back to one of my earlier favourites, I've just gone through the drive-thru and I've got myself an iced coffee, got myself a vanilla latte, and I went to Dutch Brothers and he said to me, would you like today's surprise sticker? I said, yes please, I'll give that to my grandson, he'll love that. Talking about things that make us smile, I can't tell you over the years how many people have said to me, girl, cheer up, it will never happen. And I'll look at them and I'll be like, I'm in a great mood. What are you talking about? I have a serious resting bitch face. I'll be the first one to raise my hand and say I look like a complete misery half the day. I've caught my reflection at work and I'm like, God bloody hell, cheer up, girl. But I'm in such a good mood. But having said that, I do notice that I don't have a really deep, what are they, crow's feet, you know, when you smile, and I don't have a really deep, marionette line, is that? And I don't have the frown lines, you know, when everything scrunches up when you laugh and smile. So maybe that's a good thing, but I can't imagine how many people have looked at me and thought, God, what misery guts. Anyway, if you see me looking like that and I'm out and about in public, I really am having a good time. Number 11, I think we're on 11 now, and that would be finding a bargain in the thrift store. You best believe I will always leave that thrift store with a grin on my face if I found a good bargain. I'm completely lost on what number I'm on now. Anywho, another thing that makes me laugh out loud is my grandchildren. They are full of character. Just their conversations that they have with one another, I'll sit there and listen into what they're saying. They just crack me up so much every day. Now, I will always laugh out loud if I see my husband trip over nothing. And that's something that I do quite frequently at work. I wear heavy steel toe cap boots at work, and quite often I'll be walking along, la-li-la-li-la, and I'll just trip. And I'll look down as if I tripped over something. And there's nothing there half the time. But yeah, if my husband trips or falls, I do laugh, and then I will ask, hey, are you okay? after I finish laughing. Now, I tell you what is funny is when my dog Buster, he's the one that's the youngest, my husband will call him and tell him, you know, it's time to go outside, and Buster will take off in the other direction. My husband will lose his temper and he'll be like, come here, and he'll just run around the kitchen island. That's funny. In fact, that's hilarious. Go Buster. That dog definitely has a personality. Now, Tina from Tina's Talk Time always makes me laugh. There's always something in one of her videos that always makes me chuckle to myself. Another good one that I just experienced is when you have a really good interaction with a checkout clerk and you have a little gossip, have a little laugh about something, and you leave the store feeling good. You always leave smiling. I've actually lost count. Am I on 14 now or 15? I haven't got a clue. So what used to make me laugh as a child was watching the Saturday afternoon movies, specifically the Norman Wisdom movies, the Carry On movies on the buses. I think that was it, wasn't it? And there used to be a couple of movies. It was like Race Around the World car movies, and it had like Tony Curtis, some of the big Hollywood actors. Loved those movies. And if I turned on the TV and it was one of those old black and white movies, I used to get so upset. So I better wrap this video up because I think we were only supposed to do 10 things that made us laugh or smile. So I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you for spending the morning with me. It made doing my chores a lot more fun, I can tell you. And I'll see you in a couple of days. I've got a good vlog coming up with lots of little bits and pieces included in this vlog, and even some goats. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you soon. Bye!